Hey everyone, this is Dusko That Gamer, and this is Penumbra Overture. This is a blind Let's Play of the game. I'm playing this on the weekend before Soma. Now I need to tell a super hipster story before we get started. Alright, so why haven't I played the Penumbra or the Amnesia games? Now, I've actually known about them for literally years. I used to work for a site called Rely on Horror, and we used to have contact with fictional games. And before Amnesia, the machine, I'm saying Machine for Pigs for some reason, but I mean the Dark Descent, became really popular. We were trying to do articles and interviews and all that for the game, and they were nice people. That was back when the game was like almost unknown by most people, and there was almost no hype behind that game. All the hype came after release and people played it and they were like, oh my god, this is a good game and all that. So anyways, I've known the studio for a long time. I know a few of them personally, a bit more personally and all that. So why have I not played any of the games? There's two reasons for that. The first reason is that, to be quite frankly honest, and I'm going to get this out of the way, it's because my super hipster mode kicked in. Every horror Let's Player has done a Let's Play of Amnesia. And that's maybe not literally every horror Let's Player out there, but every horror Let's Player has done a Let's Play of Amnesia. So, you know, this is probably not going to be the best Let's Play of Amnesia, or Penumbra, or whatever that's ever existed. And I've kind of put it off. I also like to wait for popularity to die out, again, because I'm super hipster, which is the same reason why I don't play certain games until long after they've been popular, since I'm like, okay, it's cooled down, I'll play it now. So, I mean, I know that no one's going to watch it then, but hey, whatever. And I guess that's the main reason, but another reason was just because I was waiting for a good opportunity to play the whole entire series in one sitting, and I guess this is as good opportunity as any, because someone's right around the corner right now when I'm recording this. Anyways, we're going to be starting off with Penumbra Overture, the first game in their series, the first game that Frictional put together and made. This is the first game out of 3 games in the Penumbra series. One of the 3 games is more just an expansion, to my knowledge, but yeah, it's what we're starting off with. We're going to click New Game and go straight into this then. This is, again, a blind Let's Play. We'll see how my reactions go. I'm also going to be playing on hard difficulty. If this turns out to be a decision I regret, too bad. We'll roll with it. Let's go straight into this. I need to clarify something. I don't hate it because it's popular. I just have not played it
For my
yet.
part in this allegory, I'm not going to make the same mistakes my father made. Howard vanished from my mother's life before I was even in it, so when he sent me a letter a few days after Mum's funeral, it was the first I'd ever heard from him. Pity he was dead. Writing from beyond the grave must be a genetic habit in my bloodline. His letter contained a key, instructions, pleas for forgiveness. I figured the dead don't have much use for absolution, so I turned to his prophetic passing, which he inexplicably expected to come any day. Clearly averse to explanations, my father preferred to leave directions to a bank on Mayfair I'd never even heard of. In that bank was a safety deposit box in his name, and myself as executor. Of course, I went, as he knew I would. I discovered that despite the evidence, he'd been legally declared dead almost 30 years ago, and so the old book and collection of notes I found had, in the eyes of the law, been mine all this time. My father's instructions were to burn the documents, raise no further questions. But that was his error. No man's immune to the shameful trappings of curiosity, and my humanity got the better of me. The university I taught at was world-renowned for 2 things: physics and linguistics. I represented the first, and the man who stood for the second was stumped by my recent acquisition. The book was indecipherable. The notes, however, showed a location somewhere in uninhabited northern Greenland. It took me almost a year to book the last flight I'd ever take. As I watched civilization disappear along with Heathrow, I realised my father had disappeared 3 decades ago, almost to the day, and I considered in turn what it was that I was leaving behind. We landed on a strip of ice a few feet wide, and within minutes I was pulling away on a chartered boat, beginning the 12-hour journey that would lead me into my past.
Finally, we're almost docked. I better stow my gear. It might be far from home, but chances are I can still pick things up using left mouse, and I can take a close look at things using right mouse. I might be far away from home, but I can still use my mouse. Those are words to live by, truly. Now, I'm just going to say a few things to say for all of this here. I've been a horror enthusiast for quite a few years now. I originally got into the genre in 2007, a bit later than most because I used to be a huge scaredy cat. And I guess I'm going to be talking a lot about this at the beginning of this one. I'm going to try and put it away as we get deeper into the game, but there's a lot of horror games that I still haven't played. I've played close to 500 horror games at this point, probably, if you include everything. But there's still a shit ton I need to play, including this series, so we're getting it out of the way. Now let me actually learn how to left mouse button myself. Hi! You know, for a game that came out, what was this, 2008? It looks pretty good still. You can see the texture work on the side there. Maybe I should turn VSync on. There's some pretty bad screen tearing. Maybe I can turn that on right now. Options, graphics, advanced, VSync. Okay. Yeah, that helps tremendously. Okay. Look at those shadows. I forgot one of the big things that Frictional is super big on is physics-based gameplay. I guess since it's the first room, they're going to teach me about the laws of physics. Now, unfortunately, if there's physics in the game, I'm going to get really amused by knocking things around, which is kind of natural, I guess. But yeah. Yep, they're just letting us play around with the physics in this room if we really want to. They're a little wonky and obviously outdated, but I understand. It's one of the big points of the game, so yeah. Do what any reasonable person would do is when they're on their journey to save their goddamn father and figure out their past. I don't think I'm actually saving my father. I'm guessing he's dead. Just flip everything around and let's get on going. Obviously, I'm going to read all these notes. I should mention this one right now. Being who I am, this is probably going to be longer than your average Let's Play because I'm going to be taking my time looking around. Since we're also playing on hard difficulty, and yeah, to be quite honest, I'm not the best person at stealth in these type of games. But yeah. Dearest Eric, just a quick note before you set sail and leave me once again. I've left you a little something to remember me by in the chest at the foot of your bed. I really don't know why you still only have one bed on board, taking shifts because of it's no way to get your rest, but what does a fisherman's wife know of life at sea? I'll be praying every night for you to make the catch you need so that you can come home to me safely. We're never going to see her again. And soon. Please don't be gone for 5 weeks like last time. I know I might nag sometimes, but I do love you, you know. I've washed those overalls of yours. I know you'll get them covered in assorted fish parts in no time, but I still feel better knowing they've had been washed. Before I forget, the Hensigasaur in the village have asked me to see if you'll be coming by any trout, but I said you were mostly out of season. If you do happen upon any, don't say anything. Stow them well in the ice, and I'll do something special with them to celebrate when they come home to me. The ship's captain deserves a little special treatment once in a while. Take care, my love. Fisherman's wife love letter. Okay. To-do list. I've got nothing to do. Life is free as an oyster shell. Well, that's locked. Let's see what I can use to break it. Okay. Science tells me that cans can open locks, except actually it could if you really decided to erode the sides with the sharp can edge, but yeah. More whiskey. If I can... There it comes! Throw it out the window! If that was actually full, imagine just the alcohol that would just pour right all over me right there. Wow, you can jump like a madman. I'm sorry, I'm just having really fun with the fucking mechanics right now. This game's gonna take fucking forever for me, this whole game. I won't be, I'm just amused by the physics right now. As I always am when I first play physics-based games. Always good to have a notebook, and to jot down instant information and reminders. P. Jeez, there's just such weird buttons. I'm not gonna remember that unless I really take the time to. I think I left my torch in the desk drawer next to the bed. It can be opened using my left mouse on it, holding the button down and moving the mouse. Yeah. There's my notes. There's my to-do list. What's P? That's that. Okay. I guess I can observe. What is... Oh, yeah, it's right. I can observe things with the right mouse button. You said that earlier. Pretty Adoris. Glad I'm getting out of here soon. They must eat and sleep and, well, do everything else in this one room for a week at a time. I'm certain this map is in a good decade or so out of date, but landmarks don't change much in Greenland, so I've got a pretty decent idea of where I'm headed. Always travel with a padlock and a key, preferably. Mine is in the inventory. Ta-da! How do I use the key? I just pull it out. Can't open it, obviously. I'm We have to figure out how to use the key. Oh, do I put it in my inventory slot like 1? Okay, I get it. I figured it out. Not much in here. My flashlight could come in handy. Is that our wife or our wife and her puppies? Obviously, probably not actually though. Let's look. Some extra batteries. Oh dear, this is one of those games with a fucking flashlight system. Could they come in handy and a torch runs out of batteries? I should be able to access to my inventory or with the shortcut G. I'll be frank, I hate it when that fucking flashlights in horror games have battery life. Like that can run out so they can just be wandering in the dark. I understand why it's a thing, but I have to admit I'm not big on it. Not big on it at all. Especially Mr. I look around at everything. What are those other photos right there? Photo of the fisherman's wife. She's no Playboy bunny, but she looks loving and kind. Playboy poster. It's nice some things don't change no matter how far you go away from home. Only the 2 observations he had. Apparently he just likes to look at women. Let's open this up, and here you go. Our handy dandy flashlight to make sure I don't use any time. Come on, pick it up, sir. Is that this? That. There we go. The flashlight switch is on and off via the inventory tab, or hopefully with the shortcut key F. Obviously, F would be the way to use it. This should be everything I need to get before I go. It's dark. I don't know, but I want to observe. Somewhere out there must be land and answers. See, dramatic. I want it to be dramatic by looking out windows too. Take the chair. Okay. Actually, there's one more thing to observe. I guess the chest. From the smell, I'd say there's an equal chance they used the chest for personal belongings or bait. That means that note I picked up wasn't actually mine, was it? The fog closed in on us almost as soon as we left port. Haven't seen any landmarks for ages now. I don't know how they're managing to navigate, but I'd be as good as lost at sea if I was on my own. Not a thought worth thinking. Yeah. Let's do this. I'm gonna probably do so bad, but again, I'm used to playing horror games on hard. I'm gonna say I'm gonna fail so terribly and waiting for it to happen, especially since I'm telling you this is super blind. And of course, this door has like 3 different locks, which obviously is to teach me how the locking system works. As I stepped off the boat, sailing out into the blizzard that had formed around me, I realized how utterly devoted I'd been to the discovery of my father's past. I had no idea what to expect. Soon enough, my concerns were justified. I don't know whether I lost my orientation or my spirit first, but I lost feeling in my extremities soon after, and new hyperthermia was setting in. I started looking for shelter. Oh boy, I'm gonna take a sip of water to that before I start freezing to death, so it'll freeze on my insides. Let's do it. So cold. I don't know where I am. Need shelter soon. We probably do. My entire head went numb a long time ago, but I can still hear the wind roaring past. Or is that some kind of animal? Who knows? Could be anything, but you know, it's probably the wind, as you can kind of see. If I click and hold the interact button left mouse, I should just about manage to pick up that rock. The cold's made me weak, but I can still throw things using the examine button right mouse, so I'm carrying something. There you go, you can throw things. Now I know. Take these rocks with me. They'll be my friends so I can beat down ravaged wolves that come right at me. Maybe. Probably not, but maybe. But look, there's something. Am I taking damage? I guess I am, because it's flashing red. If I use the interact, I can swing the stone more accurately. Oh, can I throw it at this? I've jotted down a note just in case. There we go. Figure that one out. Turn the valve. Oh, wait, no, there's more ice in the way, isn't there? Okay. Or maybe not. Maybe I've unlocked the hatch? Open up! There we go. It's the other way, wasn't it? Down the hatch I go! I wasn't gonna die to hyperthermia today. That's further down the line. And now time to never see daylight again. Whispering's natural. Jesus, my head. I can't believe I fell that far and survived. Although looking around, maybe I didn't. What is this place? Oh, yeah, that's pretty far away down, isn't it? Well, we made it. This is a game of regenerating health. I'm about to find out. It's either that or I have healing items, or maybe I don't heal at all. One single health bar, no healing items. It's permadeath. Let's do this. Can't move that for the life of me. A heavy wooden barrel. Could be anything inside it. Could even be me. I'm not going to waste my batteries here. I can see. The red flashing actually helps. Empty boxes of ammunition. What is this place? Probably a war bunker would be my first assumption. I don't fucking care about signs. I ask where this is, but I don't even care to read a sign. Just observe barrels and ammunition, I guess. Well, that's a plank. I can roll with that. What are you? A steel rod. Alright, so that obviously goes in my inventory. Flashlight is F, glow stick is G, notebook is N. Oh, I picked up my padlock. That's nice to know. A metal rod. I don't know what that's for, but I'll put it in the one slot. Oh, I can use it like that, I guess. Let's take a look inside. To-do list. Nothing. Notes. What did I add to my notes? He said whatever. A heavy-looking wooden barrel. Could be anything inside it. We've been over that. That's an open door. It's stuck. There's something in the way. Well, we'll figure that out eventually. A heavy-looking wooden barrel could be... Yep, we've been here and done that. Alright, so there's a hammer. Let's see. I can swing the hammer if I hold left mouse. I can make a backswing by pulling the mouse right and then following through by pushing left. The opposite works too. Pulling back and then thrusting forward precedes a stabbing motion. I reckon if I hold down right mouse after the backswing, I should still be able to look around. That's if I have it equipped, right? Let's look. Oh, I think I am slowly regenerating health. Good to know. I'll put that in. Nope. And there I go. Okay, I get it. And what's this? It's a flare. Could come in handy. Yeah, sure. Will it scare off enemies? We can definitely hope so. Will you let me pick it up is the question. Maybe I have to put this hammer away first. Okay. Can't do that with two hands, possibly. When I crouch, I start glowing blue. Why is that? That's an odd mechanic, but you know, whatever. Yeah. Does that make me regenerate health? No, I guess it just heightens the senses. It looks like a photo frame or a book or something. Or I guess that's a brick, judging by the sound it made. Or a tin can. Obviously I see this. Huh. Well, guess what? Only one hammering answer to this one. Ta-da! Obviously there's holes for us to crawl through. Why wouldn't there be? Oh, I can't get up here. Oh, but it just circles me back around to where I came from, I think? No, I know this is a different room. Sure, I'll sneak on out. Hi, folks, I'm home. Ooh, that actually made me jump. But, yeah. There's a noise coming from there. This looks like some kind of industrial mechanism, though there's a hole in the center and there's no way to operate it. Metal rod. Ta-da! Can I go back in the hole? It doesn't seem like it. I'm stuck here. Alright, let's pull it then. There I go. It's a hatch going deeper down. Whatever I was descending into, it was 100 feet below ground, protected by two solid metal hatches, located in a remote Arctic wilderness, buried beneath the snow. I didn't know what to expect, but it made me feel something I hadn't felt since I was a child. I've never given it much thought before, but I realized that our entire society is a network of safety nets. That's a very early realization. Emergency services at the end of a phone line, health and safety in the workplace, friends, family, lovers, all there. If something goes wrong, part of a carefully designed structure to prevent all but the most mundane of emotions. Once again, I felt like I did when I was in school, surrounded by a closing ring of older kids, knowing anyone that might help me, friends, parents, teachers, were too scared or too far away. I've jotted down a note just in case. He wrote down the fisherman's wife's love letter note to-do list. The entrance to the cave is caved in. There could be anything living down here. Heroics are for Hollywood actors and fairy tales. I'm not taking any chances. If I face off against anything down here, I won't last a second. Caution and stealth are my only defense now. If anyone or anything hears me, I'd be best off staying low and out of sight until I know whether or not it's a threat. Crouching or by pressing left control will give me the chance to hide in the shadows. I'll know I've got it right because of the blue tint to my vision. Plus, I should be quiet enough so that I won't be heard unless something's right on top of me. Better remember to shut off any light sources, though. How do you save in this game? But okay, it's just I don't want to go all the way back. My best bet is to hide a couple of seconds or so. So teach me how to stealth. What does this do? It's stuck, I'm trapped, and you get out. He's panicking a little bit too early, sir. Like that, I'll be virtually invisible, and after some time, I should get my night vision back, provided I stay still. My night vision back? I know what you mean, but that's such a weird way to word it there. Yep. I am taking my good old psychic abilities well. See, if there was a monster that would have attracted it right now, it's not yet, sir. Just teaching me mechanics for just probably 5 seconds from now or something, because this looks like a maze. Okay. Let's see. There is an office. What's up here? Explosives. Workshop. Storage. Now, this is all fine and dandy, but I have no idea where I am. Northern area. Why is there not like a "you are here" sign? Unless, of course, I'm right there in that little circle right there? I don't know. Well, I'm guessing that the fact that there's an office, storage, a workshop, and explosives all implies that there's something I should be doing right now. So time to sneak around. To my assumption, hopefully to an okay place. A wooden box. Very great observational skills you got there, sir. I've been prone and hiding. I don't know what I'm hiding from yet, but I'll be hiding. Actually, I really don't know who the monsters in the Penumbra series are, besides like one. And that's only because the model appears everywhere. Huh. Well, I'm here. I'm around alive. The arrow points this way. Wait. I can use this to my advantage. It says the storage room is over there. And if the storage room is over there, that means this map can be more useful to me. The map can be more useful because I can actually tell where the fuck I am. Let's go look at the map here. Is that a lantern? This place must be old if they were using paraffin lamps, so there's still some juice left. No, I'm not going to use that. Okay, so where was storage on the map? Storage was over here, so yeah, I really am in that circle right there. Oh yeah, it says say your location right there, so I'm right here. The office is that way. Explosive. This isn't that big of an area, honestly. Storage is that way. Office. I'm gonna go to the office first. Then I'm gonna go to storage, then explosives, then the workshop, and I guess the northern area, because it looks like the exit is at the very top, and probably need explosives to make them work or something. I don't know. Okay. Thankfully, I've got pretty good physical memory. I'm still gonna probably get lost and forget which way I'm going, though. Especially when you look at it from different angles. Right now I'm looking at the angle I know I'm coming from, so yeah. Let's see. To the left, to the left. The offices should be this way. Nope, seems fine. Alright. Here's the office. See, it says office right there. Time for me to make myself at home. This is my new workplace. Loading. I did not expect it to be a loading door. A lot more light than the other places. Well, let's take a solid look around. Some windows. What's this even? Backstrin. Officer's log. August 15th, 1945. Command Bunker Emergency Airstrip Zulu. Weekly report. Another unremarkable week in Greenland. Regular supply shipments received. Standard emergency drills carried out. Routine runaway maintenance completed. I have ordered maintenance to be carried out twice weekly from here on in, due to increased snowfall. 1 wounded. The 1 wounded figure is no cause for concern back in London. The Germans haven't extended their front line by 4,000 miles. 2 of my men were caught manufacturing cherry bombs in their workshop armory, and succeeded in blowing off a couple of fingers. I take partial responsibility for this, and I allowed them access to the demolitions manual we keep in the storeroom, and I'm sure that's where they learned the ingredients. As a precautionary measure, I have now locked up the manual in the chest in my office, and I will keep the key on my person at all times. Needless to say, both men have been disciplined, and the injured man has been sent home for medical care. I cannot help but think that a more suitable punishment would have been for him to stay out here, but the matter is out of my hands. The base is so disconnected sometimes, I feel as if the war could end, and we might not even hear about it out here. Supplies, requisition, order. Dynamite for evacuation process, 7 bayonets, not necessary in my opinion, but procedure states we should have a full complement. 1 industrial ice pick for removing the damn ice that forms on the external hatch. 1 pair of reading glasses, category C or 7C in order for myself. My glasses are rather a poor state of repair and could do with replacing. Reconditioning of the mine continues to progress. The structure is being fortified from potential bomb damage, and evacuation of previously caved-in areas is going ahead. 1 point of curiosity is some kind of archaeological find, which is obviously what caused everything to happen, blah blah blah. An artifact buried in the earth and discovered by one of the work teams. Later this evening, after martial duty, I shall take a closer look at the artifact. It appears to be a man-made and may have working parts inside. I shall remove what looks like the front cover and see if I can't discover the source of light which constantly emanates from it. Chief NCO M. Major. Well, there you go. That makes 2. Also, can I pick this up? Oh. Is that a save state? A man, an old man clutching something unseen. He is strange, and yet he is no stranger. Never seen before. Still, I know this man before me is Howard. I call him Father. What the hell? What just happened? I don't know if that was such a good idea. I may never get used to that. I don't know what that's for. Is that a save point? I guess I can check. Oh, yeah, it is. Well, the more you know. And now the chair shall be thrown. There's all these drawers here, I guess. Ah, there's nothing in that drawer, or this drawer, or there's no in this one with a key. Small key. Cobbettanage Post, Monday 17th, August 1930. Psychotropic deposits at the bottom of the death mine. Researchers at the University of Copenhagen, I can't even say that, have suggested that mind-altering chemicals naturally suing to the rock may be a cause of high suicide rates at Greenland mine. Okay. Researchers at the university, which has recently been conducting studies into isolated communities, first became interested in the workers of the northwestern lead mine years ago. They discovered that even taking into account Greenland's natural high suicide rate, local figures for the last 100 years were abnormally high, at 46 deaths per 100,000 populace, compared to the national average of 29. On further investigation, experts diagnosed in many of the miners symptoms in common with the earlier stages of paranoid schizophrenia. This has prompted researchers to hypothesize the natural deposits of lysergic acid, a pH4 formula recently discovered to have hallucinogenic properties, may be present in the rocks. Few locals were conducive to interview, but those who agreed to speak had their own explanation. Inuit spirits, known as the Tungait, live in the mountains. The university is weighing the results of a chemical testing study. Continues. Well, there you go. Fucking psychiatrics along with moonshine, cursed bean spirit demons. What's that? Oh, batteries. I'm saving those for later. I'll be in battery heaven when I'm ready to use it, once I get more used to this game's mechanics. The text on these pages is legible. Years of damp and cold have dissolved its meaning forever. But it could still be a nice use of fire paper. I'm guessing this is locked. Oh no, these are drawers, actually. 1, 2, 3, empty! What does the date here say? It's a picture of British platoon. It must date to World War II. I suppose the mine was converted into some kind of bunker. You're not wrong, I think. It has a war bunker-esque feel to it. Typewriter, time to save my game! There we go. Goddamn chairs everywhere. Let's look it through here. Oh, there's another shine here. There's a lot of shinies in these drawers. I'm used to there being less. That's beef jerky. I don't know what beef jerky does. Does it heal me? Beef jerky, not without aroma. Is that like supposed to distract enemies because it has a smell? Just pick this shit up. Ah, there we go. No, okay, glance. Doesn't seem to be much I can pick up here. There's another flare. I better get all the early items now and save them for later because they'll be grateful probably. Rotting wooden shelves. Must be the added moisture from the grate. The whole room is putrefying. Petrifying? I guess that would be petrifying, wouldn't it? It's locked. I need a key. Well, guess what I may just have. Big Book of Explosives, 1923 edition. Chapter 1.3, Black Match Fuse. The Black Match Fuse is one of the oldest, simplest, and most reliable fuses used in modern pyrotechnics. It is easy to create, essentially consisting of just steam, or I guess string and gunpowder, but be warned, the chemicals concerned will stain clothing, and as always, due to concern is advised. Materials required. We need string, preferably cotton, black gunpowder, and backstring. Well, we have 1 out of 3, so we're already ahead of the game. The string should be coated with a thin layer of backstring, which acts as an adhesive. The string is that carefully rolled in the gunpowder and left to dry at least a couple of minutes before use. Alright. Chapter 2.1, we can learn about the exciting uses of dynamite. Invented by Alfred Noble in 1866, dynamite is commonly used in construction, mining, and demolition. You're acting like fucking Looney Tunes didn't teach us what dynamite is. So it has proved far safer to handle than alternatives such as pure nitroglycerin, provided, that is, it has been properly stored over time. The explosives component of dynamite supposedly made safe by the presence of the diatomaceous earth has a tendency to weep, making an old box of explosives liable to detonate on contact. Materials required. 1 part diatomaceous, I guess earth, some form of dirt. I actually don't know anything about that, but I do know about the 3 parts nitroglycerin. Small amounts of sodium carbonate. Text unreadable. And then simply form into short sticks and wrap in paper. Chapter 2.3, we can learn about the exciting world of trinitrotoluene. TNT, that's all I'm going to say. TNT was first discovered in 1863 by German chemist Joseph Wilbrand, but it took some years before it yielded its true potential. This was because of the difficulty of making it explode and the lesser detonation in comparison to dynamite. The main advantage was discovered by the German Navy, who employed TNT's relative explosive stability in order to cause massive damage to British warships. Their torpedoes would be detonated inside a ship or inside a ship's armor rather than exploding on contact as did other shells. Chapter 2.6, Armstrong's Mixture. Armstrong mixture is included in the book as more of a point of interest than a viable chemical mix. The formula exists as somewhat of a legend in modern pyrotechnics, referenced by those knowledgeable enough to stay away from it, as a death mix. It is incredibly volatility makes it suitable for almost all potential applications. Materials required: red phosphorus, barium. This mixture can be carefully and slowly mixed to minimize risk to the chemist. Sulfur can substitute for some or all of the barium to slightly decrease sensitivity. There you go! We learned about explosives. Anything inside any of these drawers? Yes, there is. More beef jerky! Since it doesn't seem to heal, what's that? Painkillers. That's probably for healing. Beef jerky doesn't seem to heal, so I'm guessing it's used to like distract monsters. Maybe they just like beef jerky. Maybe that's the fucking cause of all the monsters we haven't met yet in the world. They're all just searching for beef jerky in these mines. There seems to be a few slices around, so... Light. I miss being outside already. This place is starting to get to me, but even I could reach that. But even I couldn't reach that grade. It looks built into the rock itself. No way it's coming loose. Well, if you give it years of corrosion. We're not gonna wait that long. An age-old filing cabinet. Well, at least it's good to have the classics, not the chairing up there. I mean, I know how it ended up there, but I'm gonna save one more time. I bet if I save too much, I'm gonna go insane due to that whispering sound. I may never get used to that, but because I don't want to re-explore that room if I die again. So much history in this place, tied up in words and left to decompose. Well, back out I go. And here I am. It's okay, I can crouch around like a crouching expert. Fortunately, I still... Oh god, is there something else down here with me? I can't just wait here forever around the corner. I need to hide. Back in the office. I don't know where to hide in here, though. Oh wait, did it not mean hide as in hide in this room? This is a save room, isn't it? I'm not sure how safe rooms are in this game, but I'm guessing since that was a load door, the monster's not going to start banging in here. Okay, I think my guess was wrong. He would have started banging and coming into the room if that was the case. It actually just meant hide in the hallway, not go back to the safe room I just came from, which... okay. I can roll with that. I just saved. I can learn the mechanics of the monster. Let me learn your ways, monster. Jeez, I've never been this scared in my life. I can feel my heart race. If anything gets within more than a few feet of my hind spot, I better not stare at it. Anything within my field of vision might panic me, and then I'm a goner. There we go, the craze system. Wait, I don't even know what the monster is. I don't really see it. It's telling me not to look at it, but a large wooden box. You know, I could live a little this time. But then again, the game is basically trying to teach me the stealth mechanic right now, so I have to hide in this little corner. Ooh, I could throw this and distract the monster, couldn't I? I'll think about that, because if I have this up... Okay. This is for science. Either that monster's extremely disinterested, or something or another didn't work there. Let's go. Now if I remember my directions correctly, I need to go that way to get to the good old supplies. Oh, there's the monster. It's a dog. I guess that would explain the beef jerky, wouldn't it? It's a cute little puppy who's just viciously trying to kill things. It's coming close, so let's see if this hind spot thing works. It told me not to look at it, which is a shame. I kind of want to see what it looks like. We'll wait for it to go by. Pitter patter. Apparently looking at a dog will drive me insane, though. So better not get that dog into my field of vision. Seems like the dog moved away. So I think it's okay to go back on out. Rifflaff, Poliwhack, give the dog a bone. This old dog is trying to kill people back at home. I'm gonna try and sneak over this way though. It's okay, the dog's just sneaking on by the barrel. Maybe the puppy just wants a friend. Look, he's looking so desperately for a playmate there. There he goes. Probably sneak by. Okay. My objective point is the storage room over here. Storage room right over here. See? We're good. Just gotta be a little bit careful as puppies roam throughout the streets. Storage room, this way. Alright. Here we are, our amazing storage room, which hopefully is open. It is open, so it's not a waste of time. Dogs can't open doors. Unless, of course, they're suddenly becoming, I guess, the intelligence of a velociraptor, so...